Psychic Fix presents 5 effective ways to make your boss listen. At one point in time, you will have to report to someone at work if you are an employee. Are you tired of trying to get your employer to listen to what you have to say? Take courage because you are not alone. Many people are struggling with trying to get their manager's full attention or to get at least their supervisor to spare a few minutes of their time to listen to what they have to say. Accomplishing that isn't easy, and quite frankly, making your boss listen is something you have to work hard for. Because, let's face it, bosses simply have too much on their plate. From meetings to paperwork, strategic planning to handling every other aspect of the business that demands their full attention. Despite all that, they are still expected to make time for their workers. You need them to put out fires, to listen to what you have to say about your task at hand. It's a thrill. Getting your boss's undivided attention or just getting a meeting with your employer is not easy. When you manage to get a 10-minute meeting with your manager, you realize that getting to listen to you or take you seriously is another milestone you have to overcome. So, how do you get your boss to listen to you? The best ways of getting your boss to listen to you: consider your timing. How would you feel if, after having a heated argument with one of your disgruntled customers, an employee bursts into your office with, "We have failed to get anyone to try out our prototype or MVP." I assume the first thought that is likely to cross your mind is, "I need to change my sales team," which is normal in that scenario. There is nothing more frustrating than receiving a series of disagreeable news in a short space of time. So, put yourself in your boss's shoes and remember that timing is everything. Assess the situation first. Take into account the kind of news you are delivering to your employer and then try and get him to listen. It is the only way you can fully capture his or her attention. If you are bearing unfavorable news or you want to talk to them about something that isn't fascinating, save it for another day. Get to the point. Instead of saying, "I remember you telling us we should do ABC," and moving on to list everything your manager already knows, say, "I think we can do ABC to increase revenue in our department." Avoid beating around the bush and get straight to the point. That is the only way of attracting anyone's attention and getting them to take you seriously. Your boss has limited time and needs you to help manage it better and not waste it. Perform at your best. Your work speaks volumes. So, instead of trying too hard to get your manager to listen to you, focus more on producing exceptional work. The kind of work that will pique your supervisor's interest. Performing at the best of your abilities is a smart way of showing relevant figures in the office how dedicated you are to your work. Your performance will determine your boss's attitude towards your work, and with time, your work will cause your employers to value your ideas. Take on extra work. Taking on extra work and putting in a few extra hours is not a sign of sucking up to the boss, as most people say. It is a way of improving yourself and showing how devoted you are to your work. The best part about putting on extra hours or offering to take on extra work is that it leads to one crucial thing: getting your boss to listen. You can take advantage of the time you have with your manager while talking about the additional task and slip in a few ideas you have been dying to speak to him. Trust me, it works. Ask the right questions. Once you have been given the time, make sure you don't waste it on anything that isn't worthwhile. Ask relevant questions. Ask for your boss's input and listen to what he or she has to say without interrupting them. After your question has been answered and you know how to handle whatever it is you were having problems with, get to work. Implement what you have learned to ensure your manager gives you another minute of their time when you need their attention again. It is a way of showing your employer that he did not waste his time airing you out. This feedback is very important. If you practice these 5 things, you will get your employer or boss to listen to you more often.